hands wherever feels comfortable. So maybe on your knees or maybe on your legs. And we'll do the same thing. So shoulders up towards your ears and down and back, finding that nice long spine. Inviting those circular inhales and exhales. Equal inhale to equal exhale. Imagining your breath flowing through your body and releasing any tension on the exhale. A few more moments here, connecting with your breath. And where we left off, noticing the areas that already feel awake. Maybe you've had some coffee or tea and you feel the energy in your heart, maybe in your arms from moving. There may be places in your body that are less awake. Bring your breath to those places. Waking up that whole body, bringing energy to our whole body. Next, inhale, arms way up, shoulders down and back. Keep your arms here for one full set of breath. You may wiggle the fingers, once again inviting this energy. Next, big inhale prepares you to come over to the right side, stretching the side body. Stay here for one set of breath. You may try to look towards the sky. Next, inhale, coming right back up. Prepare for the other side. Inhale. Exhale over to the left side, stretching the side body, and then gaze up. Inhale, arms up. We're going to take it over a little faster, over to the right side, and then paint as if you're painting the wall in front of you, over to the other side. Stretch and right back up, and then other way. Stretching to the left, arms stretch out in front of you, carrying you over to the right side and up. From here, we're just going to take it over and stretching the back this way. Allow your head to totally relax forward. Wherever you are, you can hold yourself up, or if you can, drop into it for 3 rounds of breath. Next, inhale, picking yourself up, planting your hands down first, and then rolling through the vertebrae. From here, we're going to stretch, quick little stretch before we go into our vinyasa. It's coming to a straddle pose here. You can, of course, bend your knees slightly if this is a little tight, or you can use a pillow behind your tush to keep you upright, or even roll up your mat. The main thing is you want to have a nice long spine. And try not to have any held tension here. Should be like an easy stretch. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, forward. Same idea, dropping into it. You can use books to hold yourself up, maybe another pillow. Or just let gravity do the work, making sure to relax your neck. One more breath. And then picking yourself up gently. We're going to space our right leg. So just turning your torso over to the right. Inhale, arms up and over to the right side. Your hands can be on your legs or on the ground, whoever feels nice. And then 3 breaths here. And rolling up through the vertebrae, we'll come over to the left side. Inhale, arms up and over. 3 breaths here. Making sure your knees and your ankles are facing up towards the sky, both tailbones on the ground. Next inhale brings you up, rolling through each vertebrae. From here, bring your knees in, and we're just gonna windshield wiper here. So knees are up, feet are planted down, and then just side to side. Waking up the hips a little bit. One more time through. And then we'll meet in child's pose. So plant your hands down, knees nice and wide, and sit back. Stretch your arms out in front of you. You may move your hips side to side, work out any of those tight kinks. And then inviting that breath we did in the beginning, full body breaths flowing through each limb, each part of your body. On the next inhale, press into the mat, carrying yourself up to tabletop position. Hands are right below shoulders, knees are right below hips. From here, wag your tail, and then bring that wag all the way through the body to the top of your crown. So now your entire back is doing this wiggle. Should feel pretty good. Stretching a little bit of the back here. Then come back to a still tabletop position. We'll drop our ribs, look up, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, press into the mat, curve the spine, cat pose. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, look towards your belly button, cat pose. A few more times at your own pace, inhaling on the cow, exhaling on the cat. And then also trying to move this in your own way. Maybe it's moving back slightly into the cat, maybe lowering your chest down to then come into your cow. Maybe little gentle circles side to side. Notice what feels good and go there. What does your body want right now? Couple more times. And together, inhale, cow pose. Tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog, hips to the sky. Our first down dog. Walking out, lifting up one heel and then the other, allowing your hips to move side to side. Find a nice, juicy feeling here, waking up all of the muscles. We'll be here for 5 more breaths, allowing yourself to move with those 5 breaths. You may lift your heels up and then place them back down, furthering the stretch. Making sure to keep your arms nice and long. You can bend your knees slightly and your spine as well, nice and long. And then when you're finished with those 5 breaths, walking gently towards your hands. Once you get there, bending your knees and then lengthening. Again, bend knees and lengthen. And then grasp your elbows, letting your upper body completely relax forward. You may have slightly bent knees if that helps. The idea is to have a really relaxed torso here. You can sway side to side, remembering your breath at all times. And then releasing your arms, rolling up through each vertebrae as we inhale. Crown is the last to rise. When you get there, bring your hands facing forward and just look in front of you. What do you see? Waking up the body with our sense of vision. Inhale, arms up, shoulders down and back, over to the right side, stretching the side body. And then you're going to carry yourself forward back to our forward fold, and then roll up through each vertebrae. Other side. Inhale, arms up, over to the left side. And then let yourself carry forward to a forward fold, bending your knees, rolling up. Inhale, arms up, salute, heart to sky, and arms to heart center. Taking a moment for yourself here, feeling nice and tall, the ground holding you up. Breathing easy breaths and bringing an intention for your class today. Maybe it's simply being present in your body. Moving with that intention, inhale, arms rise up, salute, and then to your side, swan dive, flat back until you can't no more, and then drop into a forward fold. Bend your knees and lengthen. Hands to shins, lengthen spine, halfway lift. Inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands down, and we'll step back to a push-up position, staying here for 3 breaths. You may sway back and forth on the tops of your toes. Make sure your belly button is pulled up as if it's pulling up to your spine. Pressing into the mat here. With control, all in one movement, we'll lower to the ground. Your hips are the last to land. Once you get there, you may sway your hips side to side, loosening out here. And then bringing your hands right below your shoulders. We'll inhale, press into the mat, cobra, upper body lift. Exhale, back down 2 more times. Inhale, cobra, a little back bend. Exhale, back down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to a child's pose. So we'll open up our knees and sit back, stretching out the arms. Can wiggle your hips again. This time in your child's pose, TP your hands. It should be a little bit of a different stretch. So you're completely relaxed down. Your forehead is on the mat. And then TPing your hands, keeping your arms nice and long, you should feel a slight difference in your back. Breathe here for 3 breaths. Next, inhale, we'll press into the hands, coming back to our tabletop position. This time, big circles. So your tail and your head are drawing a big circle, and then your spine follows along. 3 ways, 1 direction, and then we'll switch at your own pace. And then switching, remembering your breath. Coming back to a tabletop position, cat, cow, drop your ribs, look up, inhale. Exhale, curving the spine, cat. Inhale, cow, tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog, hips to the sky. Walking out your down dog again. Lift your heels and then carry them over to the right. You can bend your knees, it should be a little more of a side torso stretch. And then inhale, heels up, over to the left, bending the knees. Do that one more time through. Inhale, heels up, over to the right. Inhale, heels up, over to the left. Inhale, heels up, and back to your traditional down dog. One more full breath here. Then walk your feet towards your hands again. Bend your knees and lengthen. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up through each vertebrae. Arms up, salute, heart to sky. And arms to heart center. One breath here. Inhale, arms up, heart to sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your hands down, step or jump back, and on the exhale, lowering almost to the ground. Inhale, cobra. If you're ready, lengthen your arms up for up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walking out your down dog again. And then coming to a still down dog for one full breath. Connecting with the ground, lengthening the spine, opening the heart and the back. Inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog, toes face down. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. And then if you can, try to kick your right foot out to plant it between both hands. From here, we're gonna come to half on. So drop your left knee, keeping your hips super heavy here so that you feel a nice stretch in your hips. Lengthening your spine, deepening that stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, sit back, half Hanuman. You want to bring your right hip back so both hips are in line. And then play with a flexed foot or a neutral foot. And then drop your head, enjoying this stretch on your right leg. 3 breaths. Next inhale carries you forward back to where we started here. We're gonna lift up our arms for a low crescent lunge. So inhale, arms rise up, hips are still nice and heavy, yet your upper body is reaching forward, shoulders back and down. You can even try to look up, slight curve in the back. And then exhale, hands float back down, lengthen the back leg. And then look about a foot in front of you. We're gonna pick up the left leg to meet the right leg, forward fold. Bend your knees and lengthen. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, extend spine. Exhale, forward fold. Rolling up through each vertebrae. Inhale, up, salute. Exhale, arms to heart center, taking a moment. You can roll through your feet here. I kind of like to do that. Waking up the ankles, feeling the connection with the ground, making sure each part of your foot is equally on the ground. Inhale, arms the way up, salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your hands, step back, float down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more breath here to reset. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog, toes pointing down or facing down. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and then kick your left foot out, meeting in low lunge. From here, you're gonna drop your right knee. Hips are nice and heavy. Then try to extend your spine slightly. Inhale here. Exhale, sit back, half Hanuman. Make sure your left hip is pulled back. Play with a flexed foot or a neutral foot, and then dropping into the stretch, allowing your neck to be totally relaxed. 3 breaths. Next, inhale carries you forward. And then first things first, make sure your hips are nice and heavy. Find that longer spine. And then inhale, arms rise up. Make sure your hips are both the same plane, shoulders down and back. Feeling energy lifting up while you're rooted in the ground. Can gaze up and then plant your hands down. We'll meet in low lunge, so lift your back knee up. Look about a foot in front of you, and then your right foot comes up to meet your left. This time, bring your hands over to the right side, just stretching the side body here, and then over to the left side. And then back to forward fold, bend your knees and lengthen. Inhale, halfway lift, extend spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up through each vertebrae. Up, salute. Arms arise to heart center. Taking a moment, rolling through the feet again. And together, inhale, up, salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your chaturanga. Plant your hands down, step back. Exhaling down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Meeting in down dog here. Walking out if that feels nice for you. And together, inhale, right leg up, 3-legged dog. As high as you can, and then bend your knee, opening up that hip. From here, find little circles. So your knee will draw circles. And then the other way. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Kick your right foot out, finding low lunge. We're gonna come to high crescent lunge now. I'm gonna switch around so that I can face you. From here, inhale, arms rise up. Shoulders down and back. Fingers reaching to the sky. One more breath here. Now bring your left foot to 45-degree angle. Open your arms up to the side, warrior 2. Take a moment, make sure your heel is either in line with your left heel or in line with the arc of your foot. And then your hips are level as well. Arms open wide. We'll gaze forward and then back forward. And then bending your knee a few times, feeling all the corners of a warrior 2. And then gaze in front of you, find a point of focus. Reach for that point. Inhale, scoop up, reverse warrior. Right arm up. Exhale, right elbow to right knee, left arm up and forward, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. And now as you're here, you're gonna extend your right leg so it's straight now. And then bring both arms up, but you're still facing the same direction as warrior 2. So you're facing the wall. Yeah, so you're still side triangle here. And then from here, we're gonna lift our torso up and then bend forward. So our right hand comes over to our shin, our leg, or in front of us. Even kind of up to the thigh if you'd like. And left arm is up, reaching towards the sky. Triangle pose, one more breath. On the next exhale, you're gonna just bring your left hand back down, finding low lunge. From here, a little fun thing if you'd like to try. If not, you can just do your normal chaturanga. So right leg will scoop back up to a three-legged dog, and then you're gonna chaturanga with your leg in the air. So exhale down, inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walking out the down dog for a moment. Ready for the other side. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Reach your foot as far as you can and then bend your knee, opening up the hip, finding little circles. And then the other direction. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Kick your left foot out, finding low lunge. From here, we're gonna come up to high crescent lunge. Once again, I'm gonna switch around. So if you're not already there, we'll inhale, arms up, gaze forward, shoulders down and back. One more breath. Opening up to warrior two, right foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Make sure your left heel is either in line with the right foot arc or heel. Arms open up, hips level. Gaze forward, gaze back, gaze forward. Find a point of focus, bending the knee towards that point. And then reach your left arm forward and up, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, left elbow to your left knee, right arm up and forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, stay here. And then lengthen your left leg. Your arms will rise up as well. So we're basically in the same position as warrior two. It's just your left leg is extended now and your arms are reaching up. With this feeling of reaching up, you're gonna bend your torso to the side. Left arm comes to your ankle or to your shin, even come to a block in front of you. And your right arm reaches up to the sky. Gazing up towards the ceiling or towards the sky, if you'd like. Breathing here. One more breath. And then on the exhale, bringing both arms back down, finding low lunge. Same thing on this side if you'd like. So left leg reaches up, three-legged dog, and chaturanga with your leg in the air. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One breath here to reset. Inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, kick your leg forward, finding low lunge. From here, we're gonna rise up to high crescent lunge for one breath. Let's switch around. And then open up to warrior two again. Finding that alignment, taking a moment, and then gazing forward towards that point of focus. Bend your knee. Inhale, scoop up, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. This time, stay here. The left arm reaches forward. If you can, bring your left arm around so that it can grasp onto your right leg, deepening this stretch. or just behind you is great too. And then you can try to look up if that feels good for your body. If you're here, you can also deepen it, so bringing your left arm underneath and grasping your right arm for a nice deep, deep stretch. Wherever you are is great. And one more breath. On the exhale, you're going to bring your hands back down to a low lunge. From here, you're going to simply bend your right or your left knee. So we're kind of in the low lunge, low crescent lunge right before that. But you're going to come over. So now your left knee is in the middle. Extend your right leg. We're going to come to stargazer pose. So your left hand comes down to the mat. Your right arm is going to scoop up and out. And then play with this. Should feel really nice. Deep back stretch here, gazing up towards the sky. One more breath. And then your right arm will come right back around, meeting in low lunge. From here, we're going to bring the left leg up to a standing split. So gaze about a foot in front of you, and then pick your left leg up, standing split. Now, it's not as scary as it sounds. All it is your left leg reaching up as high as it can, while you let your torso drop down towards the leg. And then bend your knee, meeting in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extend spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise up, salute. Exhale to heart center. Rolling through the feet. Remembering your intention for class today. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your chaturanga. Plant your hands down, step or jump back. If you'd like, you can bend your knees and lower that way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more round through for our vinyasa. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Kick it forward for our low lunge. From here, inhale, high crescent lunge. One breath here. Open up the arms, warrior two. Finding proper placement. And then once you're there, inhale, reach forward, scoop up, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, stay here. Bringing your right arm even more forward, a little more of a stretch. From here, options, you can bring your right arm back and around so it just hangs there, or you can try to grasp your left thigh. Gaze up. If that feels good and you're ready for the next, you can drop down, bringing your left arm back and around, grasping your right palm, or just stay where you are, gazing up for one more breath. On the exhale, we'll place our hands back down. We're in low lunge for a moment, and then your right knee comes down to the ground. Then we're gonna tilt over towards the middle of our mat, extending our left leg, and we're upright on our right leg. The knee is right in the middle. From here, stargazer. Your right hand comes down to the side. Left arm reaches up and back. Should feel a little curve in your back, spine. Gazing up, heart opener here. Easy breaths, feeling the energy of this pose. Gazing to the sun. One more breath. And then coming back around, We'll meet in low lunge. So your hands come on the outskirts of your left leg, extending your right leg, and then gaze about a foot in front of you. We're going to carry ourselves up to standing split. So engaging the core, lift up, right leg reaches up towards the sky. Your toes are still facing down, letting your torso drop towards your left leg. You can, of course, bend your knee if that helps. And then try to lift your left leg as much as you can. And then bend your knee, meeting in forward fold. We'll bend our knees and lengthen. Inhale, halfway lift, extend spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach up while you sit back, chair pose. Sitting back, making sure your spine is nice and long. No tilt of it going up, your booty going up or going down. Make sure that you're nice and long here. Shoulders down and back. A little test is you can bring up your toes and make sure that your weight is on your heels here. And another test is you can try to lower down into a seat even more. Should feel more of a stretch here, more of engagement. One more breath. And then inhale, arms rise up, 3 flying chairs. So we exhale down. With control, rise right back up to chair. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale chair. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale chair. Beautiful, one more breath here. Inhale, absolute heart to sky, arms to heart center, rolling through the feet, taking a moment. Inhale, arms are rise up, flat back, forward fold. Once you get here, you're gonna bring your hands out farther in front of you, about a foot. And then you're gonna open up the toes and then bend the knees so your heels are up into the sky. So this is a prep for crow pose, garland pose. It should feel like a nice stretch in your hips. Your spine should be nice and long. One more breath here. Next option is coming into a squat. If you don't want to do a squat too, you can just meet back in child's pose and take a moment for yourself. In squat, it's a nice deep hip stretch. Your hands can come to heart center as your elbows open up your hips more. One more breath here. And then dropping your hands, we will meet in child's pose. So now bring your knees nice and wide, toes together. Sit back, child's pose, arms out in front of you. You can wiggle your hips side to side, finding that breath we found in the beginning of the class, moving through the entire body, exhaling out any tension. This is a great moment to take a sip of water if you need. Coming to the yin portion of class, we're going to slow things down, tuning in and working on the inside. Three more breaths here in child's pose, relaxing into the moment. Next inhale, bring your arms over to the right side. So we're still in child's pose. We're just stretching the side body here. One more full breath here. And we'll carry ourselves over to the left side. On that exhale, releasing, and then coming back to the middle. From here, we're gonna bring our elbows in and then lift our booty up. Bring your knees towards the middle so they're parallel. And then you're gonna extend your arms out in front of you and then drop your chest forward. You can either let your chin rest on the ground or your forehead. I prefer the forehead. And then in this heart opener stretch, we're just gonna try to experience our back opening up here. Everyone's a little different, so depending on the areas that are tight, bring your breath there. Gently opening up those areas. You can, of course, come back up and then lower back down. Sometimes wiggling the hips a little bit can help. Listening to your body and what it tells you to bring your breath there. Three more breaths here. Next inhale, you'll come up to your elbows and then bring your hands up for a moment. And we're not quite coming to tabletop. We're gonna bring your right hand, thread it through underneath, and then just stretch the shoulder. Your right cheek can come to the ground. Your left arm can come out in front of you, or it can come up so your elbow is facing the sky. 3 more breaths here. After that final exhale, bring your left arm in front of you to pick yourself up. Right arm now plants, and then the left arm is gonna weave through. Same thing, right arm can come out in front of you, or you can bend and have your elbow lift towards the sky. You should just feel a nice spinal twist here, along with stretching the shoulder, the front of the shoulder. One more breath. On the inhale, extending your right arm in front, picking yourself up. From here, we're going to bring our hips forward and drop them down. For a moment, we're gonna just let our hips relax. So forehead on the mat, and then let your hips move from side to side. Then we'll come into our Sphinx and Seal. So our hands are gonna come out in front of you. Elbows should be right below shoulders or right below ribs. And then you're gonna brighten your chest forward. Make sure your feet and your legs are nice and heavy on the ground. They should be totally relaxed. You should feel like you could be able to read a book here. So find that place that feels good for you. Breathing into your lower back here, where we are finding this therapeutic stretch. And then you can play with bringing your head down and relaxing your head forward, letting gravity do the work. If you'd like, you can also bring a block or a book or a pillow to rest your head on. I personally kind of like gravity doing the work. So, yin is a relaxation and rejuvenating yoga style, but it's also strengthening. And I like to kind of invite both of those. So, our arms here are holding us up. And when we just let gravity do the work, our arms strengthen a little bit more. And it's also a fun play of finding that connection of relaxing what doesn't need to be used and just focusing on what is necessary, not overworking ourselves, finding that gentle balance. So here our arms are working and everything else is relaxing. Easy breaths. As you breathe, noticing the energy that we've built, keeping that while letting go of whatever doesn't serve us. Three more breaths here. Coming into seal pose here. So on the next inhale, you're going to lift your elbows up. Make sure your shoulders are down and back so that they're not up towards your ears. Shoulders down and back, nice long neck. You can play with bringing your hands in closer to the body for a deeper back bend stretch. This one is pretty deep, so be mindful if it's too much for you. You can always come back down to seal. Three more breaths. And then lowering down with control. You can put one cheek down and then bring your feet up and windshield wiper. And then bring your feet back down, and just for balance, the other cheek comes down, and you can either just wiggle your hips or do windshield wiper. Now, lifting up the head one more time, making sure to put your left cheek on the ground, opening up your arms into a T, and we're going to do the opposite stretch for our shoulder. From here, bring your right hand in so your palm is below your right shoulder, and then lift up your right leg and then scoop it behind you. So now your foot is maybe on the side or flat on the ground behind you. You're stretching your right shoulder socket, the front of it this time. I guess it's the opposite of what we did last time. And then play with what feels good. You shouldn't feel any like tight and not good feelings. It should all feel pretty good. So you can also just extend your right leg if you don't like it bends. Remembering easy breaths. 3 more breaths here. After that final exhale, you'll carry your right leg back over and then gently bring both hands in to lift up your head and bring your right cheek to the ground. Bring out your arms to a T, and then left hand will come in so it's underneath your shoulder. From here, lift up the left leg, scoop it back. You can try to bring your left palm of the foot down on the ground, or it can be the side of your foot. Should feel no tension in your knee, so make sure be mindful of that. Should feel just like really nice stretch, um, little twist for your back, and then a nice stretch for your shoulder socket. Easy breath. Three more breaths. At the bottom of the exhale, moving back. So left leg comes back over, bringing both hands in so they're beneath your shoulders. And then once again, just wiggling hips side to side. We're gonna inhale, lift our body up, and then we're gonna come to embryo pose for a moment. So it's similar to child's pose. Bring your knees together and your ankles together. Sit back, and then relaxing your face down towards the ground, so your forehead may be on the ground. And then bring your arms around, grasping your feet. And then allow your arms to just relax here. Nice curved stretch for your back. Easy breaths. One more breath here. Releasing on the exhale. Then your arms will come back around. Plant your hands first to roll up. Finding a nice long spine. Shoulders roll up and back. From here, you're gonna kick your legs out to the side. And then we're gonna come to the top of the mat so we can do some back rolls. So I'm gonna move my speaker thing. And then you wanna tuck your chin and you're gonna roll like a ball 3 times. So roll back and right back up. You can put your hands behind your legs, kind of helps. After the 3rd time, you're gonna come upright 2, roll slowly back down to the ground with control. Once you get there, arms lengthen, legs lengthen. Just a few more movements, bringing your arms down to your sides, knees up, feet flat. From here, bridge pose. So tucking your tail and then engaging the core, we'll inhale, lift up, bridge pose. Feeling a nice long line from the top all the way through to your knees. Inhale here, exhale, roll through each vertebrae back down. Bridge 2 more times at your own pace. Make sure both of your knees are facing in or are pulling in, so they're not stretching out but pulling in, as if you were between a wall here. Then your last one, hold a bit longer. Option to bring your hands together below. Of course, being mindful of your neck relaxing and not tucking your chin. And then on the exhale, rolling through each vertebrae back down. Bringing your knees in, giving them some love, nice hug. And then rolling the hips side to side. And then bring your knees up and your ankles, and we'll float them over to the right side. First, stacking knees, stacking ankles, opening arms, gazing the opposite direction. And then relax into it, spinal twist. You can bring your right hand over your leg. Three breaths here. Releasing that exhale. And then gaze over towards your legs to bring both of your knees back up. And we'll do the other side. Stacking knees, stacking ankles to the left. Opening up the arms, gazing the opposite direction. Your left hand can now come over your legs. And then just relaxing into it. 3 breaths here. Releasing that final exhale. And then gazing over towards your knees to lift them up. And then any last movements that feel good. So maybe that's circles for your hips. Maybe it's just a quick hug. Coming to a brief shavasana. So relaxing your legs down, heels face in, allowing your toes to just splay out. And then your arms down at your sides. Letting go into the moment, being held here and now. Receiving all the benefits from this morning's class, Shavasana. head wiggling fingers and toes, inviting a big breath, waking up the body, maybe tossing head side to side. Then coming over to your right side, our light side, embracing a day ahead of us, and then picking yourself up gently. We'll come upright and sit in easy pose, this time with the opposite leg in front that you did in the beginning of the class. Arms to your sides here, bringing your hands to your knees, and then around in circles, your ribs lead, and then to the back, to the side, to the front, and then other direction. Inhale, arms rise up, shoulders back and down, over to the left side, stretching the side body. And then arms come in front of you, stretch over to the right side and up. And we'll do it one more time. Over to the right side, arms stretch out in front of you, over to the left side, and right back up. And bring arms to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. And here's to the light of today. Namaste. Thank you for coming. Have a great day.
Thank you.